What were you doing? You were moving it?
I was moving it to
Go ahead.
put
Move
another
it.
book underneath
Put a
it.
book under it.
It's higher. Hang on, everybody.
So she's making technical adjustments here.
With
She
books.
right. Show the people the books that you're
So what
using.
do we got?
See
Vegetables,
yeah,
garden pests,
the cut
seeds.
flower garden. And then there's a my pet chicken handbook.
Uh-huh. All right, that's a little better.
We're so much like Motor Trend, it's not funny.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chango68, shout out to moms, UTG.
Yes, happy Mother's Day
Happy
to
Mother's Day.
everybody who's a mother, who has a mother, who wishes they had their mother. And happy Mother's Day to all.
Danny Boyd, Dickie Farley, Bill McKiska, Two Hacks, Chris Greenaway, Fubar, Frank Geff, Kurt Zimmerman, Terrence Seymour, Knit May Muscle. Good evening, everyone.
All the regulars
All the regulars.
have filtered in.
Chicken Glass, Numbnuts.
I'm wiped out.
News Dog 45. From why? Where are you trying?
All that wood cutting and
Oh, you cut wood today. Like a lumberjack?
like a lumberjack. Been working on the dog fight.
Oh,
You should show them.
interesting weirdos. What's up, D-Truth, Gregario G, Nathan McCree, Duke Smoke Power Garage, Curmudgeon.
So we're
Oh,
working
your
on.
brother's on here. Happy Mother's Day, Brother Dear, and YouTube Kathy. Thank you, James. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you and Kim.
So yeah, we're working on Uncle Crystal's Casa de Chicken,
Yep.
and I got the bottom of it, like all you know, and now we're gonna do this part, whatever you call that, and then the top.
Uprights and the roof.
Yeah, it's huge. It's
Thank
huge.
you, Zero. Thank you, Rain and Sunset. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. So, yeah, you cut some wood today.
I cut some wood today.
We didn't make a video.
Did not make a video.
No.
I took a day off.
Crystal is a chicken mom, yes. But actually, I'm
We have her chickens here.
babysitting the chickens right now.
Yeah.
They're in our shed for the moment.
They don't need the incubator tonight.
No, it's very warm. I hope
Yeah.
they're okay in there. It's pretty hot.
Like literally, summer kicked in. It's gotta be what? Is it 85 degrees back here? 90 degrees?
Yeah, it's a little sticky.
And like humid.
Mm-hmm. Nathan Wood says, hello from Buckeye, Arizona.
What's happening, man?
Thank you, Joe K. Happy Mother's Day. Is Uncle Tony a carpenter also? Not even a little bit.
Not even close.
I'm more of a carpenter than Tony is.
I struggled. I mean, I really struggled.
Thank you, Dodge Boys. It is getting hot, yes. It's getting hot out. What's up, Mike Rundell? So,
Yes.
what's new, Tony? Besides the chicken coop that you're building.
Oh God, what is now? It's Mother's Day.
Right.
Um,
It's blurry? Is it blurry? It's telling me the picture is blurry.
no, it's I vibrate at a very high frequency, so sometimes the modern optic equipment can't really keep up. Just like with LEDs, same thing with me.
The video quality is horrible. You know, I have to say we've been having a problem with the internet.
Have we?
Yeah.
The lens looks clean.
Is it clean?
Looks clean.
Very bad video. Hang on, let me see the lens. Hang on.
She's left me alone now to like ad lib with absolutely nothing to say and no questions to respond to or anything. Here we go. She's back.
I can't find the. What's the thing?
It's over there.
Paper towel. Paper towel.
It's just
We're back. Okay. Got better there for a second. Everything's the internet's fault. Yeah. I don't know. You can see now? I don't know.
little something on the lens.
Maybe? It's good now? Yeah, maybe. Okay. I'm I'm using an iPad. It's pretty HD.
It's yeah. For what that thing,
Yeah, the video should be spectacular. It usually
we
is
should be
pretty
like a
good.
holographic image.
hmm I don't know. We have been having a problem with the internet. I've been trying to watch stuff, like streaming some things, and it keeps stopping. Back to blurry again. Yeah, I think it's our internet. It kept
Well,
going out yesterday. Even on my phone, I couldn't get it today. I had no internet.
we're just gonna have to deal with it.
Okay. Everybody's gonna deal. Sorry. It's the chicken's fault? Maybe. The green screen is fatty. Charles says, hi, Tony. Kathy, Chuck in Florida. What's up? Tony, what did you do for me on Mother's Day?
Well, I took you to El Tapatio.
Yeah, we went and got tacos.
Yeah, but good tacos.
Yeah,
That's really it.
that's it. It's buffering.
I'm sorry,
Choppy.
guys.
They can't watch.
We
Whoa,
just keep
none
moving
of people
forward.
can't watch. Terrence says it's clear now. It's definitely the service.
Okay.
Please do a video on car performance tuning, when to make jet changes, and reading plugs.
Oh, geez, we've done so many of those. We'll do more in the future, but I mean, I've done several specific videos on jetting changes and reading plugs and the corresponding how to stagger jets to we've done those videos.
Your neighbors probably have Wi-Fi on the same or neighboring channel.
That or they're jamming us with like EMPs.
Yeah, ours is locked, so nobody can get on here. And we have super high-speed internet.
Super high speed.
Super, super duper high speed. So I don't know what's happening. Yesterday too. Tony bought Kathy a new frying pan.
Not so extravagant.
No. Let's see. Has Tony ever built or worked on boxer motors?
No.
No.
I mean, I'm sure during the course of my life, yeah, there's been an occasional BMW motorcycle and stuff like that, but Volkswagen Bugs. But no, not really.
Bumper has Dixie cup and string internet. Sean Manley, hi Uncle Tony. What would be the cause of fuel coming out of the boosters on a quad jet when the engine is shut off?
Fuel percolation. It's after you shut the engine off, the temperature rises because the coolant stops circulating, but the metal is still radiating heat. So the temperature rises, and the heat always goes to the top. So the carburetor is in the hottest part there is under the hood, and the fuel will boil inside the carburetor and come out the boosters. You could try it with heat insulators, a heat shield between the carburetor and intake manifold, a spacer, a Flonic, a plastic spacer or a wooden spacer, anything you can do to insulate the carburetor from the intake manifold.
Amy the AMX just wants to thank you for keeping old school alive.
Well, you're quite welcome. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you for watching.
Chevy Guy 85. So, how you really feel about DD Speed Shop and his fuel injection?
How do we really feel? How do we really feel about him or them, they, them, and the fuel injection? I sincerely love them both. They're amazing people. How do I feel about his fuel injection? It's the silliest, dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Okay. Kiwi is stealing your content on the internet, messing it up. Oh.
I knew Kiwi was going to start stealing content back. It's this thing.
Good evening, Chris. Chris says good evening. Uncle Tony and Aunt Kathy always look forward to Sunday Night Live. Awesome. We must be entertaining.
In what way?
I don't know. I'm saying we have to be.
It's our job.
It's our job.
Where's my top hat and cane?
I don't know. I don't know. Don C says, UT, I love your show, buddy. Peter
I
Kovacs.
do it all for you, Dante. Thank you.
Don C.
Oh, Don C. Don C. I
Dante.
do it all for you.
Peter Kovacs says, good evening. Danny Boyd, 4.0 build. He's going to get to it.
Yes, I will.
D-Truth, any updates on the Slant 6 issues?
Tomorrow, I'm doing a video on intake manifold heat and what temperature. We're going to do an experiment. We're going to do like, not quite Project Farm, but we're going to do an experiment with intake manifold heat and gasoline.
Kiwis, that cabinet guy. 0 cents. Love the video where the boyfriend called Tony old and he sits on a rocking chair. Funny. Let's see. Pause are everything?
Is he here?
No, somebody just said that. No, I'm not gonna say anything. Matt S says, Tony, I would have loved to seen the 318 project with Vizard, but that thing has went way out of left field with the guy I never heard of doing 2-barrel mods.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's like the whole thing started out, it was going to be just me, David, and Andy, and we were going to work together. And then all of a sudden, this guy in Florida pops up, and it's like I'm supposed to be shipping parts to Florida to this guy I've never heard of. So, and I'm sure he's the nicest guy in the world, no question about it, but it went to a place that I have no idea. So I put it on Andy to figure out exactly what's going on, and I'm just sitting here waiting for Andy to let me know what's going on. Right? Andy?
Andy probably doesn't know either.
Andy's avoiding this just as hard as I am. We're both avoiding as hard as we can. I'm just being honest.
Welcome to YouTube, everybody. Envy says, Happy Mother's Day, Uncle Tony. Motor oil with graphite in it. Would you ever use it?
I mean, I wouldn't not use it for any reason. I wouldn't seek it out. I never really gave it much thought.
See, Larry's Lagoon. Is there an A-body that has a 5 on 4.5 bolt pattern that will let me swap in the front spindles?
Is there an A-body that does what?
That has a 5 on 4.5 bolt pattern.
Yeah.
That will let me swap in the front spindles.
All of your disc brake cars from 1973 to 76 are 5x4.5. I've actually got a whole set that I want to get rid of right now. Yeah. So and that crosses over to the B and the E bodies also, and then you can run right up to the FMJ bodies and all of those spindles and whatnot interchange.
Thank you, Territory. This is Happy Mother's Day. And Happy Mother's Day
yes,
to
happy
Mama,
Mother's
Uncle
Day to
Tony
everybody.
For teaching, letting Uncle Tony play with Canadians like Danny's boyfriend. I watch you in DD. Are you guys friends? Have you ever met Derek from Bicycle Garage?
Well, yes, we're friends. Have I ever met? No, have not.
Spencer Toll. Hey Tony, I have a semi-free Duster with a 318. None of my gauges work. I tested the gauges on the bench and they worked. And I replaced the regulator behind the gauges. What else could it be?
The circuit board's got to be grounded. So make sure that the circuit board is grounded. I've had them where you got broken pins, or the pin will make a bad connection. So check the pins. You may have to resolder one of the pins. And you've got power to the voltage regulator, I'm sure, right? Because say you change that. I don't know, bro. I mean, it's get behind there with a test light and start checking circuit after circuit.
Thank you, C. Roma. Thank you, Gabriel DeMarco. Happy Blurry Sunday. Is it that bad? Is it that bad? I don't know why it's so blurry. It doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I mean, just keep going forward. There's nothing you can do.
No? Do I need to check the lens again?
The lens didn't change.
No, maybe I need to get a different thing to clean it with.
But it's not the lens.
I don't know. The audio is good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It has to be the internet. It's definitely not the iPad.
Yeah.
It's a little
Peop
jumpy and blurry, so what?
People listen to this as a podcast anyway. Don't stress it.
Okay. I have to stress it. This is my job.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be blurry.
But you're not supposed to stress it while you're doing it.
Well, if people are telling me it's blurry while I'm doing it, then I have to stress it, right? It's the Wi-Fi. We've been having problems with the Wi-Fi the last couple of days. It goes in and out, in and out, in and out.
Hey, Maggie.
Almost unwatchable. Great. Do you want to go to the shop and do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, then, I mean, what can I tell you? Just listen to it. I mean, really, what are you watching? Think about what you're watching here for a second. You're sitting here looking at me sitting at a table. You don't have to watch this. This is not important. Just leave the volume on and turn around and look at something else. Watch your dogs play.
Well, they don't have dogs.
You know?
Shouldn't you be out to dinner with your mom? Right?
Yeah, go out to dinner with your
Go out
mom.
to dinner with your mom.
And then listen to us as you drive.
Right. Did. Did go out to dinner. Okay. Very pixelated. It's Minecraft, Uncle Tony. Yeah, it's the internet. You want us to
Maggie
reboot?
wants her coffee.
Where do we live and what's the weather like? It's very humid right now.
It's Satan's armpit right now. We're in Middle Tennessee. We're just south of Nashville.
You can't see the duster? It's that blurry?
This is,
Go check it on your phone.
I mean, listen, there's nothing we can do about it.
I'm checking it on my phone here. Hang on, guys. 8-bit Tony.
All right, here we are.
At article, we know you've got.
Wow, yeah, it really is pixelated.
Very bad?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm trying to get to it. Your channel.
Yeah, it's terrible, guys. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I just clicked on it. I can't even get it on my phone.
Yeah. All right. It changes. It's coming and going. It's morphing a little bit. It's changing, and now it just got clear for a second. All right. I gave myself a thumbs up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. So I'll just leave us play right here. Yes, I could watch me, watch you, watching me.
Okay.
Yes.
Dr.
Okay.
Art says it's just bad Tennessee internet. We usually don't have a problem. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, this is the lowest key live we've ever done.
Yeah, it is, because I know that we're having technical issues.
Yeah, pretend that we're not, and just march forward. Just move forward.
An internet shortage?
Yes, somebody else is using up all the internet.
Who?
Probably Kiwi.
Probably Motor Trend.
No,
They're
they're out of
using all the
business.
internet.
They're out of
They're out of
business. They don't
business.
realize it, but they're out of business. No, probably Kiwis sucking up all the internet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think so?
Look at me. I'm the big internet guy now. I'm the big automotive YouTuber now.
Mm. Yeah. Pre-bent brake lines versus bending brake lines yourself.
Is it a factory car or is it a hot rod? If it's a factory car, go with the pre-med. You know, save yourself. Life is too short to stress stuff like that. If it's a hot rod, bend it yourself.
I have to sneeze. I'm having a problem.
Sneeze,
Yeah,
just go ahead and
it's
sneeze.
not coming out. Okay. Desert Mopar says, Tony, personal thoughts on cramming a B engine in an A body if you're looking to drag the car, or just build a more extreme small block.
If you're dealing with a 67 and up A body, I know this is going to sound crazy. Sounds counterintuitive. But a B motor actually fits It's easier to service in a lot of ways. The plugs are harder. But a B motor fits into a 67 and up A body like literally like a groove. There's plenty of room for everything all the way around. It's actually easier to get it like the transmission bolts. If you do like an engine swap on one of those cars, it's actually in a lot of ways it's easier to work on the B motor, not the RB motor. I know it's only a little bit of difference in width, but it does make a difference. But yeah, the B motor fits in there beautifully. Don't give that a second thought. And if you watch Just Mopar Joe, he did a lot of weight comparison videos between a B motor, an A motor, and there were three. But long story short, he did a weight comparison video, a couple of weight comparison videos between a big block and a small block, and the difference is not what you would think that it is. It's like infinitesimal in a lot of ways. Like for instance, small block heads. People don't realize small block heads, iron heads, weigh more than big block heads. I used to tell people that all the time. They're like, "No, that's insane. That's crazy. It doesn't make any sense." But yeah, there's like a 2-3 pound difference between a loaded small block head and a loaded big block head. The loaded small block head is heavy. So B motor, don't even give it a second thought. Just go ahead and drop it in there.
Greasy Garage sent you $2.20 Canadian.
Thank you.
Did it just get hotter?
It got hotter.
Okay, he says, your opinion on the Oldsmobile rocket engine. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
She's Maggie's barking at a rabbit. Okay. So that's a question because there is no such thing as an Oldsmobile rocket engine. Oldsmobile called their engines rocket V8s for years, and off the top of my head, I don't remember from what year to what year. But if you have a specific Oldsmobile engine you're talking about, Okay, now she's completely disappeared again. Cat, I need you.
What?
I need you.
I know.
It's crystal clear now.
What is it?
Yes.
Okay. I had to give you a treat to get them in.
I'm monitoring.
Awesome.
Ooh, wow, my phone got really hot. I was leaning my phone against the lamp.
Yeah, that gets super
That was
hot.
dumb. Okay.
Thank you, Carrie McCloskey. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. No, it's not your glasses, Laurel Flynn. It's Kathy's fault, Danny Wood said. Probably my fault. No, it's the internet. It keeps going in and out. Problems with it last few days. Let's see. Tony jinxed it. I'm making the distortion, your brother says. Let's see. So since I'm not getting a response, does anybody in the chat have an answer to my question? Our man wants to know. I don't know. I didn't see it. The dog spread. So they would stop looking. I'm scrolling up. I'm looking. Don't be cranky. It's Mother's Day. I don't see your question.
It got hotter out here over the last half hour or so.
Honestly, like the last 15 minutes, I feel like I just walked into a sauna.
I know. It's supposed to cool off when the sun goes down.
Oh my goodness, it's so hot. Birds sound happy. They do. Okay. Aloha from Hawaii, Greg Kosaka says.
Aloha.
Is that Duster or Demon/Dart behind you?
The Duster. 73 Duster. 74 Duster.
Nobody answers me either, and I hate to type, Tim Shamblin says. Oh. I just read your comment, Tim. Wayne Ferguson. Is it worth fitting 360 valves to 318 heads?
You know, it really depends on what you're looking to get. For a low speed driver type of motor, like something that isn't going to ever see, let's say, the sweet side of $5,000, no, keep the stock size valves in there.
Are you done?
Well, yeah, for the most part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I just laughed at your brother's comment. Don't feel bad. I've known them literally forever, and they completely ignore most of my comments. It's Tony's brother. Let's see. Hello, hook, line, and fishing. Elijah says, thanks, Tony. Zero says 1.88 intake valves, as I've read, worth it.
On what?
I don't know. That's all it says.
It depends on what you're doing with the engine. If it's something you're just driving, you just want peppy street performance, good fuel economy, gas, peppy, right? Something peppy and responsive that's really happy at 2,500, 3,500 RPM. No, don't put the bigger valves in it. They're not going to hurt you, but they're certainly not going to help you. The bigger valves help when you get into the higher RPM end of the spectrum. You start really trying to put atmosphere through the engine, then it makes a difference. But at partial throttle openings, at mid RPM, like where the car generally gets used, no, there is no benefit to it.
12Y block with rebuilt Holly teapot has a stumble coming off idle, almost like it bogs down for a second. Any suggestions?
What's the initial ignition timing at? And are you having a similar situation to what I'm having with the Slant 6, where the intake manifold is too cold? So essentially the motor wants to run like it has a choke on. Do you have enough of a pump shot? There's so many different things that can give you something like that.
Where can I find...
Excuse me. I'm still sick.
Yeah. Where can I find Ford Falcons on the web? I'm lost looking.
I would try Google search Ford Falcons.
Marketplace?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
There's a lot in the South. We see Ford Falcons all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of Falcons here, actually.
They're just sitting around
No,
everywhere.
I don't know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine where you would find them on the web. I would just Google Ford Falcons, and in your area and see what pops up.
It's blurry. Bye. Bye.
Bye. It was fun having you around.
I have no control over the internet. It's buffering. Swamp Rat, and you know what's coming next. I'm trying to refrain, but you know I'm not going to be able to hold out much longer. No.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't know. I have no idea.
What did he say?
I don't know. And you know what's coming next. I'm trying to refrain, but you know I'm not going to be able to hold out much longer.
No, don't hold out.
I have no idea.
Oh, wait.
What?
Oh, yes, I do know what he's going to say. Don't say it.
I don't know.
About tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, please don't. Okay, thank you.
Okay. I didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Tony sold the mini bikes?
Huh.
James says I'm counting the hours.
No, how can I sell? I keep the mini bikes around for Dr. Art. It's the best entertainment you've ever seen.
No. So for people that don't know, Swamp Rat is Tony's brother. That's
normal James.
Yeah.
He's up
so
in New Jersey.
When he comments and I say James, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like it's his real brother.
Yes, but I will.
He lives in the People's Republic of New Jersey.
But I will block him in a heartbeat if I have to.
Don't block your brother. Is this blurry on purpose so people don't recognize you out in public?
Yeah, it's one of my subterfuges.
Uncle James, yeah, well, the kids call him Uncle James.
Yeah.
Yep. James is a Don Garlitz fan.
He has no idea who Don Garlitz is.
I think he does. Is that the only thing he knows about drag racing?
That might be the only thing he knows about
Swamp
drag
Rat.
racing.
When I say Kathy, I'm talking about Kathy, he says. I, such a jerk. Your brother. That's what he said. He's being a jerk. Not everybody that's on here knows that you're Tony's brother. That's why I said that. Let's see. Okay, so W2 heads and what else can I do to it? It's slow. I'm looking for more acceleration as well.
What was that now?
Oh my goodness, I just lost
That
it.
they just give me like you just read a half thought.
Andrea's coward. Okay, so W2 heads, and what else can I do to it? It's slow. I'm looking for more acceleration as well.
Dude, that's like
Not enough information.
yeah, there's nothing for me to you mean nothing to work with there.
Frank F sent you $10.
Thank you.
Um, let's see. Paul Fort Mayor. What's your thoughts on Demon carbs since they use metering rods? I put one on my 72 Demon 340, and I just bought one for my 68 Mustang 289, but no one seems to know much about them. Any thoughts?
You know what? I stick with the Carter Edelbrock. If I'm looking for a metering, an easily tunable external drop rod, carburetor, I stick with Edelbrocks. There's no reason to use anything but Edelbrocks. They've got it circumnavigated 17 ways to Sunday, and they work. So I never bother looking into any of those the Demon carburetors or anything. It's just like if you're dealing with if you're looking for Holly style carburetor, I mean, just go with a freaking Holly. They got it knocked. So I never bothered getting any of the off brands like that.
Elijah says, are you down around Murfreesboro? If so, I'm about 120 miles northeast of rural Carroll County, Tennessee.
Ah,
We are in that area.
yes.
Yes, not Carroll County,
No, we're in Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro. That sounds rural because I've never heard of it.
Everything is rural except for where we are.
Let's see. I can't see through your Tennessee humidity.
The humidity probably has a lot to do with the signal because it's really, really humid today.
Should we go inside?
Uh,
Maybe? In the office?
I mean, I guess we could.
Yeah?
Do you want to?
You think well, it's next to the router, so.
All right, let's move it inside.
Okay.
Can you do that without?
I'll just pick up my books.
But we gotta redo the whole desk and everything, right?
No, we can just move the chairs. I'll sit on one end and you sit on the other end.
All right, let's do it then.
Okay, guys, hang on 1 second. We're gonna move into the office.
Yeah, we'll go to the office.
UTG move, yeah. Should be fun. All right, you're gonna have to get the door for me.
Okay.
And pray that I don't drop this. Hang on, everybody.
Okay.
Following
Yeah, go outside. Well, it's dark in here.
It's okay, that's good. It's dark.
Turn this on for them.
Oh, hang on. Oh!
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I tripped. Sorry, everyone. Did you move the gate?
Yep, I'm good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're the best. Thank you. Okay. Hang on, everybody.
So we gotta turn on all kinds of lights here.
Okay, you sit on that.
Want to sit on this end?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. Backlit by.
Sorry, everyone. That was fun. I tripped on something. Okay. Move this chair.
Okay, is this better?
We don't know yet. Okay. The office. Okay. Better? Is it a better? Blurry or dark? Which do you prefer?
Is it dark?
No, they're saying it's much better.
Okay,
Okay.
good. It was hot out there. It was like crazy humid.
Yeah, nice and clear.
Actually, stay right there, right there.
Where are you going?
I gotta It's not my face.
Oh, you sweating? Okay. Oh man. Okay. Well, sorry about that, everybody.
Okay.
Christine now. Yeah, I know. I guess it's because you were outside. Just popped in. What happened? We had to move from outside to inside. Okay. All right. There goes my beer goggles. You look nice, Tony.
I feel nice.
Do you feel
Yes.
nice? This is a view people don't usually get.
Of what?
The desk.
Oh, this is where Kathy does all her magical editing.
This is my work
Oh look, there we are.
space. Yeah.
We should have us playing in the background, right? Let's see.
I don't know. No, that would be distracting.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony is the new sweaty guy. Welcome to the club, Tony. That's Thumper.
Thumper.
The sweaty fat guy. Alright. Yeah, we should probably clean the table.
Yeah, that's all right.
Play some Steve Maggs in the background. We'll get copyright.
From Steve?
From YouTube.
Okay.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
No?
No, YouTube will get mad at us.
Screw YouTube.
Tony!
What?
No. UTG Domestic Studio.
Let's see.
No, don't put it on.
I can already kill the sound.
You killed the sound?
Yeah, I killed the sound.
Alright.
Okay. You want to put on? Yeah, we'll put on Great Marino.
Without
Doing this will make their trade so easy that even continue.
There you go. Okay. All right. Sounds off.
Yeah.
And yeah, put Gregory Marino on in the
He's gonna
background.
be mad. Probably. Leave the sound off. Yeah, leave
Okay.
it. Okay. Alright. Go back to normal. Bite the hand that feeds you, Peter Kodak says.
I'm
He's
born
right,
to do that.
Tony. He's right. Sweet Sketch 3 says best cheap donor car with modern Hemi.
Best cheap what?
Donor car with a modern Hemi.
You got me. I don't know. I couldn't give you a straight answer on that.
Let's see. What's your favorite driving song?
I don't listen to music when I'm driving. I listen to the engine.
Swamp Rat, did you know that tomorrow is National Straw Hat Day and Chocolate Chip Day too?
Yeah, of course. I like to buy chocolate chips while I wear my straw hat. That's all part of the festivities.
Liquid Propane says, is it possible to adjust the torsion bars without a lift? Any
Yes.
special tools needed?
No. A body, B body, A body, B body, E body use a 3/4 inch. C body uses is it a 7/8? Might be a 7/8. I don't know, but it's bigger. It's bigger than the A, B, and E body adjuster. And no, all you do is here's what you do. Right, you're gonna adjust the torsion bars. You go like one full turn, okay? And after you go one full turn, you'll see that the car doesn't move, right? And it's either up or down. So you tighten it to raise it, you loosen it to lower it. Go one full turn, and then grab the bumper of the car. So let's say you land under the front of the car. Grab the bumper of the car and do this to shake it out, and you'll see the car will settle a little bit higher or a little bit lower depending on what kind of adjustment you're making. And you can do the same thing if you're trying to even the car out from side to side. You know, just go like half a turn, and then half a turn on the bolt, and then just grab the bumper and bounce it out like that. You definitely do not need a lift.
Can you move that ashtray
Sure.
to that side?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little better.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the chat hides it. Is that bugler hand rolls?
Yes.
Sometimes the bolts turn much easier with the car jacked up. Let's have a garage thing.
It shouldn't make any difference. I mean, give them a good squirt of WD ahead of time, but no, I've never jacked them up specifically to make an adjustment.
Wayne Ferguson says, hi Kathy, Tony, what are the details? Hi Wayne.
Hey,
What are
Wayne.
the details of the tour with the charger? What are the details? Are you gonna tell people what we're doing?
Yeah, we're leaving here. What is it? When is it?
I
The
think
12th?
the 12th
Yeah.
it starts, right?
Yeah. We're leaving here the morning of the 12th. Um, we're gonna try. We're trying to coordinate with DD Speed Shop, but they have
They don't know their schedule.
they have many logistics to handle. So
And
we're gonna
EFI.
right and EFI right. So we're gonna try to coordinate with them. And I think some of the local cars are gonna come with us. So we're gonna go from here to Atlanta. What's that?
Who's coming with us?
Relax.
Okay.
Right.
I'll relax.
Yeah, relax. Everybody just relax. So yeah, we're gonna go from here to Atlanta, and then we're gonna go to South Carolina. Is it? Then we're gonna go to South Carolina, and then we're only gonna go for those 2 days, and then we're gonna head back from South Carolina up back to Tennessee here.
Okay. That's what we're doing.
Well, they asked. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. After watching the recent bodywork video involving a BFH. Oh, hang on, I jumped. Hang on. Oh, I'm trying to read it. It keeps moving. Sorry. It says, I finally understand why Ron did that. I lost the chat. I finally understand why Ron did that.
Or Ron
I've
did
had
what?
to break out the mini sledge to work out some of the dents on my door. Okay. The chat keeps moving, and I was trying to hold it still, and then it disappeared, so it's hard to read.
Tonight's a smorgasbord of difficulties.
But a little bit. Let's see. Zero would rather stab my ear with a pencil than listen to Queen. Okay.
Even Fat Bottom Girls.
I don't like that song.
Well, you don't have to like it.
I can give my opinion.
Zero, you gotta give him a pass on a couple of things. I give him a pass on that one song.
Want to see repair videos on the Charger? What Proman 67 says.
So, Zero, I'm gonna change your opinion of certain. And I'm not a Queen fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Queen fan, but I'm gonna change your opinion on certain Queen songs. Okay.
Hey, Kiwi.
Go to King Chicken. Okay. YouTube channel, King Chicken. And you think I should bring it up on here?
No, don't bring it up.
Yeah. And search Bohemian Rhapsody and We Are the Champions. Okay? On King Chicken. And then tell me what you think afterwards.
Could you move your sweaty napkin? Thanks. I'm sorry, I'm all about, composition. Let's see. Kiwi is here, Tony.
Kiwi's here!
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sharing the spotlight yet again.
Chris Greenaway, do you still like that Pearl White bike with the smell process?
Do I still like what?
The Harley that we had that you used to make the t-shirt smell bad?
I sold that.
Sold it.
I sold it.
Jim Hardy says, violent backfiring 440 with Holly 750 double purple 292/509 cam. Please help.
Violently backfiring. All right. I need more information from you. What ignition system do you have in there? And is it backfiring through the intake, through the exhaust, or both? He's got to give more information on that question.
Who is it, Jim Hardy? All right,
Yeah.
I'll try and look for it. Backyard Cars is laughing. Kiwi says, oh, he's talking to Danny, that it's just about done. Why did you sell it? It was a peach of a bike.
I'm trying to simplify. I've gotten rid of a few things that I realize I will never get to and will never use. That was one of them.
It gets overwhelming.
Yes.
Yeah. So you should tell people about the part that fell in the attic that put a hole in the ceiling because we have too much stuff.
You did that last week. We talked
Yeah, I
about that. Yeah.
fixed it. Oh yeah, I fixed the hole. I just watched the King Chicken version. Can confirm it's better than the original.
Yes.
That's from Fox Weidner.
There you go. Everything King Chicken does is great.
Okay. Serious is great work, Kathy. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, so Territory says, Uncle Tony, is it true that Holly will be caravanning with you guys and Dee Dee's Speed Shop show to 1 as support for Danny's BF?
Wait. Say that. Shut that door.
Oh, stop.
I'm sorry, guys. We're having like all kinds of difficulties tonight. All right, read the question one more time.
Let me find it.
Okay.
Is it true that Holly will be caravanning with you guys and Dee Dee's Speed Shop show to 1 as support for Danny's BF and 2 to get that turkey you promised them last Thanksgiving? You promised Holly a turkey, didn't you?
If they could prove that I damaged anybody's reputation, or but yeah, I'll give them a turkey, no problem. What?
Nothing, I'm just laughing at my stuff. They're talking about music.
Talk about what?
Music.
Oh.
Let's see. Yes, on the patch job, yes. Vince Frencher, hello from the New Jersey. 472 Caddy, thoughts?
Great cruiser motor. I mean, I know people attempt to hot rod them, and they always end up with issues. I think if you wanted to leave one of those alone and just put like a 100 shot on it or something, I think that'd be a lot of fun. But good driver motors, good cruiser motors, really questionable hot rod motors.
Okay, Jim Hardy says performance factory electronic ignition, backfiring out the exhaust.
Backfiring out the exhaust. That's a sign of an intermittent spark. You change. Okay, so, oh God, probably a control box issue. I mean, it could be an intermittent. See, that's the thing about electronic ignition, right? Like, to try to explain, and it's a simple thing. It's not like this is so complicated. But like, for instance, if this was a point ignition system and I had to diagnose it verbally like this it's easy enough. So, do you have 12 volts to the coil? Yes. The points opening and closing. Yes. The grounding. Yeah. I changed the condenser. I mean, it's that simple, right? With the electronic, you've got to make sure that the reluctor, you've got the right gap. You should have between a 7 and 8 thousandths of an inch gap. Too big of a gap will give you that. Will give you an intermittent spark. I've seen bad control boxes or poorly grounded control boxes. Will give you that. Will give you a backfire out the exhaust. I don't know. There's just so many different things. It's just listen. It's troubleshooting 101. You just got to crack open a test light with a voltmeter and just go through the circuits.
Your brother's making comments.
Is he?
Yes.
Ban him. Just ban him. I don't care.
He says, hey, was it tomorrow our grandfather's birthday?
Yes.
Oh, Vinny, yes.
Yeah, it was.
It was his birthday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So this is the house that UTG built. Mm. What, this?
This?
This is like nothing fancy.
This house was supposed to be temporary. Like, when we moved in.
Yeah, I know. We're like, we're going to find a place where we want to live. But we got so busy.
Yeah, now 20 years later.
Here we are.
Here we are. Have not moved.
Yeah. We're going to move, though, right?
Soon, yes.
Yeah, soon. Okay.
one of the reasons why I'm trying to lighten the load, because we want to move house, we want to move shops. So
Right. Yep. See your question will come in. Okay, I'm scrolling up. Scrolling up. Scrolling. I don't see it. Why don't I see your question?
how's
I
Greg
don't
doing?
see it.
You know, Greg's a drag racer. I don't know if you guys realize that.
Well, poor man, I don't see your question. Like, I really don't. I just scrolled up a whole
He'll ask it again.
lot and I don't see it. Still looking. Nope. I'm sorry. UTG, you can't move that backyard glass table is synonymous.
Yeah, it's been with us since the beginning of the channel.
No, it's not. We broke the other one.
Well, it's similar to nobody
It's
would ever know
similar,
the difference.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not even gonna read it. Are you staying in the Murfreesboro area?
is what?
Are you gonna stay in the Murfreesboro area?
We're staying in the region for sure. I don't know exactly. I like Franklin. I like Nolansville. I like that whole area. It's still up in the air. We're more focused on the channel and keeping business running in here than we are actually looking for land, looking for a house. But it's coming.
Ari can't bring photographs up on your live? What? I don't know what that means.
I have no idea.
What does that mean?
Harry can do whatever he wants.
Can't bring photographs up? I don't know. I have no idea what anybody's talking about anymore. Built a UTG compound. No.
No, I don't want a compound.
No. How did it break? You throw a carb at the glass? Actually, no.
No, the wind took we had an umbrella in there, and we had a windstorm and didn't grab the umbrella out in time,
Yeah.
and it broke the table.
Chris Cresswell says, don't move to Franklin. We have enough. Haha, just kidding.
I like, okay, Frank, I like Williamson County. Now,
Yeah.
Williamson County is a lot more than just Franklin. I
Right.
say Franklin, but I really mean Williamson County.
Yeah. A lot of people from California.
There are a lot of people
Franklin.
from,
There's going to be a New York versus California
Civil War.
Civil
happening
War
here.
in Franklin.
Yes.
Because New Yorkers are coming.
It's
and
coming.
people from California are coming. I see their comments. It's funny. Let's see. There is no tab to share an image. No. On YouTube? No. Let's see. I was going to email you some pics for your live. Oh.
Oh, well, who is it, Harry?
No, it's Chris Greenaway.
Oh,
I have like 0% on my phone right now. Let's see. Does nothing special. Ari's here.
evening, Harry.
No, there's no tab to share. Right. No tab to share an image. Sherman would have a great time if we're around. Sherman?
Sherman? Peabody?
Yes, Sherman Peabody. Sherman and Peabody. Is that what you think of?
Yeah,
Okay, no. I think he's talking about a military person. Sherman.
I mean tanks.
Okay. Swamp Rat. If
Yeah. you
had to light your house with candles, how many would it take to read a card? If you had to light your house with candles, how many would it take to read a card?
Oh, it's a fairly well, one.
One?
Yeah, because I mean, right here. If you want to read.
Yeah.
Block it.
Why?
Do it now.
I can't block your brother.
Oh yeah, you can.
I cannot block your brother.
Fubar? Zero,
Do
Ari.
not block
Yeah, block
Tony's brother.
Swamp Rat. Block him, please.
Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Connor Locklear. Mechanical secondaries have not changed power valve. I'll tune that side. I didn't know who
I
he's
have no
talking
idea what
to.
you're talking about.
Okay. Why was the 340 never offered in a B body?
Why was the what?
340 never offered in a B body.
The 340 was a step-up option in the Super B and the Roadrunner in 1971. So the 383 was the base engine, and you could special order a 340 in 71. 72, same thing. The base engine was a 400 in the Roadrunner and the Charger Rally, but you could step up order a 340. And then in 73, I have a 73 340 outside. 73 also was available in the Roadrunner.
Rick S says, "Hi Tony, I have a 69 solid lifter slant 6. Even after the correct lash adjustment, it has a too loud ticking noise. What could this be? Engine also shakes some."
You may have a cracked skirt on one of the pistons. You set the lash 10 and 20 hot, 10 and 12. Did I say 10 and 20? 10 and 12. It's supposed to be the hot lash on that. But if it's still making a rattling noise, a lifter kind of noise, after that, odds are you got a busted skirt.
Rain Slant 6 with a chance of cannonball says, MM1978 asked if Mopar's 7 1/4 axle used 2 different axle shaft seals. The
Yes.
replacement seals he got don't match the old ones on his 65 Valiant.
They changed them in 73. So all of your axle shaft seals are going to be the same from 60 to 72, and then 73 and up, they went to the same flange and the same bolt pattern as an 8 1/4. So it's going to have a different seal.
So now the sound is not good.
Oh no.
Kojam says, "Why do you have good sound on your regular videos and your live broadcast sound sucks?"
Well, we're using a different thing here. We use one camera to we shoot our videos off of either her camera or a GoPro, and then this is being done off of a whatever the hell that expensive
An
thing
iPad
is.
Pro.
iPad Pro, right? So
The sound should be good.
sound
I
should
had no
it
problems
should
with
for
it
the
before.
cost of that freaking thing, it should be the best sound in the world, right? But it's
It was working really well. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Tony, why do nitro cars always start on alky?
because it's very hard to start on. Actually, I start them on gasoline because it's hard to start them on nitro.
Sound is good, 672E Galaxy says. I don't know. Whatever happened to the big blue microphone you used to use for the Wednesday tech chats?
Dallas got custody of that thing. That was his.
Yeah, that was Dallas's. Mason says, "Sounds fine to me." Reef Dog says, "I can hear him puff the cigarette." Liquid Profanity says, "How can I identify which automatic transmission I have in my 66 Belvedere?"
What does he want to do?
How can I identify which automatic transmission I have in my 66 Belvedere?
If it's in a Belvedere, it's well. If it's a slant 6, it's a 904. If it's any of the V8s, it's a 727. Excuse me.
Bless you. Thank you, Hemihead68. James
Oh,
Cudlitz.
it's stuck. It's stuck. You ever get a sneeze that just gets stuck?
I had one before, yeah.
Who's this guy?
I don't know, he just came on.
Yeah.
No, he's
It's
not.
Dr. John Campbell.
You could probably take that off.
All right, I'll take that off. Let's see. What can we put on here?
I don't know, Tony. I don't know.
Let's put on. Let's put on Patara. Here.
How Appalachia's homestead.
Yeah. We put on Patara. We love Patara.
She always makes me feel like I'm lazy.
Yes.
She's like, are you working? I'm like, yes, I'm working. Let's see. My 73 Pinto always loses stoplight races. What should I do?
Stop racing. It's illegal and immoral, and you're gonna go right to hell.
Stop it.
What?
Don't say things like that.
Well, when you break the law by doing things like,
Tony,
well, that's what happens.
Ben Wamsley says, what happened to daily driver Dart?
It just sits in the driveway now. I hardly use it ever, and it's.
We tried to use it today.
Yeah, battery was dead. I went to use it
Battery's
this
dead.
morning because I haven't started it in
Always
like
dead.
2 or 3 weeks. It's always a freaking dead battery around here.
That's why I try not to drive it because every time I go to drive it, the battery is dead. Weird.
That's becoming one of those extraneous cars that I think may be leaving the fleet soon.
Are you serious?
I think so. Because once the Charger is back together again,
Yeah.
I mean, how many freaking cars do we need? We have too many cars.
So you would get rid of that before you got rid of Mrs. Landy, or?
No, Mrs. Landy's definitely a keeper.
Yeah, Mrs. Landy's a wreck.
That's okay. Mrs. Landy's got character.
Oh.
Where the Swinger is a legitimate wreck.
The Swinger's not a wreck.
Underneath the half-ass paint job is all Bondo. Look at the interior of the car. The interior
It's
is
not horrible. It's not all ripped up.
all right.
And Zero says, wait, did I just win a dart? Raffle that thing. What about Zero? Ari's laughing. Videos on you repairing the Charger, please, Mopar Man 67 says.
We're going to update the Charger, not tomorrow, I think on Tuesday.
Okay. Yes, dart raffle. Are we raffling the dart now?
No, I haven't made a definite decision yet, but the more I look at that car, the more I realize
Out of anything that we have.
we'll have other stuff with nice paint. Relax.
You'd rather keep the Duster than the Dart?
Yeah.
We built that together. From nothing.
I didn't realize
You
you
don't
had
have
to
any
set.
sentimental value?
No, I really don't.
Tony has no sentiment. It's okay.
I don't. I'm. But if you have sentimental value towards it, then we'll keep it.
Yeah, I would think that you would get rid of the Duster before you get rid of the Swinger.
No, I like the Duster because it's so original and it drives so nice.
Ari says, give it to me so I can set it in storage and have twin 64 darts that don't move, Ari.
No, I'm not selling Mrs. Landy. Mrs. Landy is definitely a keeper. Mrs. Landy has a lot of character. No, I'm talking about the Swinger.
Didn't I
The old
daily the
Swinger.
Dart? Yes, I dailied Mrs. Landy and I dailied the Swinger. But then the Swinger was having problems. I don't know.
It had a lot of little electrical bugs.
Every
Where every
time I
time
went to start
you
it,
get bad connection here, and because that's just the way it
I
is.
used to have to start it from under the hood all the time. Anytime I went somewhere, I'd have to pop the hood and
Yeah.
start it from under the hood.
Well, what was happening was she would have a problem starting it, but every time she'd give it to me, she said, "It won't start."
Right.
And I'd go and I'd
It'd be
start it, and it would
fine.
be fine. And then I'd shut it,
It's
start
weird.
it, shut it, start it, shut it, start it, and it would be
Problem.
fine. And then I'd give it back to her, and then like.
Hey, I couldn't get in it and nothing. I
Right.
turned the key and there was nothing.
Well, as it turns out, it was a starter relay. The starter relay itself was a new starter relay. Go figure. And it had an intermittent problem where just sometimes it wouldn't do its job.
Yeah, every time I needed to go somewhere.
Right.
So I kind of gave up after a while, and I just started taking the Jeep. Plus, the Jeep has AC.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, in theory, the Swinger has AC also.
In theory,
Yes.
it never actually had AC.
I had it
Tried.
working for a little while.
It would blow air, but it wasn't cold.
I had it. All right. I'm not gonna argue
No,
with you about
please
this.
don't. It's Mother's Day. Don't fight with me.
Right.
Thank you, Joe Brennan. He says Happy Mother's Day. Let's see. So where can I buy the smaller seals? What part of 1978 is asking about the smaller seals? eBay, Rock Auto, and auto stores don't carry the smaller axle seals?
I mean, I've never had any problem getting them.
No?
No.
Okay, Dada Le Breton.
Hey.
It says building another budget 76 360, like your daily driver dart.
Okay.
Stock 360, cubic inch heart, 84 barrel intake.
Okay.
One, should I stick with 974 or go with 302 head? And two, original or 346 pack camshaft for torque?
If you have a set of 302 heads, use those. And what about the camshaft?
Let's see, original or 346 pack camshaft for torque.
Forget about 346 pack cam. Just use a 360 cam. Just use a stock 360 cam.
Let's see. What is the point of wheelbase differences back in the day? Did it really provide enough of a ride quality improvement, or was it just a factor in the higher end cars?
The slightest ever ride improvement, but the big thing was it was a salesman's talking point about having extra back seat room, because that's where the extra wheelbase shows up. The extra wheelbase shows up between the door jamb and the back seat, right? You know, the base of the back seat. So the Dodge models always had more rear foot room than the Plymouth models. That was it. That was the sole purpose of the wheelbase difference.
Thank you, Randy Bowers. Andrew Austin says, this is a good point.
Okay.
I daily drive my 68 in this Alabama weather, putting the strain on my vent windows. He's sweating. When I would drive Mrs. Landy sometimes, or even sometimes the Swinger, if it's super hot, I can't see because my glasses fog up. I wear glasses, and like you don't realize, like there were times when it was just I would have to try and wipe them off so I could see out the window.
I get you those little wipers.
It wasn't funny. I'd be driving around. Mrs. Land is like a sweat box.
Yeah.
I don't know if you realize, like no air comes in for whatever reason, and like it would just be sweat. And my glasses would be fogged up, and I'd be sitting in traffic, and I was like, I can only imagine what I look like. See, that's why AC is important.
I know.
Are we gonna have AC in the Charger for the trip?
For the trip, no.
You're gonna see me with foggy glasses.
You'll be fine. I'll bring a roll of paper towels. You'll be golden.
Everybody's gonna be like, what's wrong with her? Give him hell, Kathy. Yeah. Let's see. There's a GoFundMe for Big M Auto, Mr. Fowley, that lost his home. J. Russell Finch does. Do you know who he's talking about? Because I don't know who he's talking about.
I have no idea what he's talking about. But feel free to check it out.
Angie says, Tony, I didn't mean to give her any ideas, blah, blah, blah.
Please, yeah. Why? Like I don't have enough to do. Just looking at me.
AC is important. Hemi had 68 sent you $9.99.
Thank you. I'll put that towards air conditioner.
Here's a little something from Mother's Day flowers to give your lovely wife, Tony.
I'll put it towards AC parts.
No, you won't. No, you won't. It's okay.
Thank you.
Dada Le Breton says, perfect. It was an opportunity I can have for a steal. New 340 cubic inch 6-pack camshaft. I read a lot, but when it comes to some details, I go back to listen to Tony's videos if I miss something. Thanks. Your brother's asking if there's anything made in 62 that still runs right and doesn't sputter.
Yeah, lots of stuff. So who hasn't blocked him yet? Which mods, guys? We're gonna block him.
Do not block him. Kinsley's Rice for Cure says, Tony, do you recommend installing Chevy style rockers on a 360 for easy valve adjustment? I'm planning on surfacing the heads.
Would I know? I mean, you can hunt around and find. I tell you what, there's cheap roller rockers. That I have a set on Bottle Rocket. They're actually pretty good. They're only like $175 for a set. So, and they use the stock push rods. You can find those. You can find a set of 273 rockers. There's a lot of options for adjustable rockers. Or just get a set of push rods cut to match.
Los Cadavers has picked up aluminum top end 340 today, $1,200.
Not bad.
Nice. Pull the belt on AC when you get to the track.
Okay.
Are you erasing?
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
Did Ron have to break out the jackhammer to use on the charger?
No, he just took it all off with that. It's a giant angle grinder is what he's got.
Sierra says, block Uncle Normal?
Yes.
And Harry says, I can't block Uncle Normal.
Yes, you
I
can.
don't get involved with family stuff.
Yes, you do. You are
Sierra
family.
says, boss, he's Uncle Normal. We can't do it.
Is this a mutiny?
It could be.
What would Patara do?
I don't know. Tell you to get up off your butt and work. Let's see. Let's see. Did DJ give up on his throttle body SpaceX setup on his 55 wagon?
I hope so.
Why, you don't want him to be successful with it?
No, I think it's doomed to fail, and it's through no fault of his own. I think that the system itself is not going to be workable for him.
You can't cheer him on.
I'm cheering him on a personal level, but
No, you're not. You laughed. You went, ha ha ha.
well, yeah, I laugh at it, yes, but I honestly, I don't trust those systems. And then he's got them doubled up with the with the dual throttle bodies and all, and I'm fairly certain that it's doomed. It's doomed, and it's through no fault of his own. No fault of his own.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Fowley saves cars. He lost his house and contents. 12 project cars. Denied insurance because of distance from fire station. Is that an actual thing?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's
Well,
why I live in a
sad.
city.
Let's see. Does Tony have a love for the Murata?
They're okay. My friend Paul Antonis has one. It's pretty cool. They're nice. They're nice, but they're really rare. I mean, you just don't see them anymore. It's easier to find like a Super Bee than it is to find a Murata. You know what cars? I was just thinking about this the other day. The R bodies, like the Dodge St. Regises. I liked those cars. I thought they were really cool. And they are completely, utterly extinct.
You thought the St. Regis was cool?
I like those cars.
Back in the day, you didn't.
I do now.
Oh, you do now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I saw a funny sign in my neighbor's kitchen. Friends are welcome anytime, relatives by appointment only. Tony, you love your brother.
Of course I do.
He loves you.
I love him very much,
Mm-hmm.
but he needs to get blocked.
They're not blocking him. Campfire Mods reunion, Ari says. I found a Murata that this guy had. It's lean, burn, deleted. Guy's asking 2,700 Canadian. Looks clean, but the electric seat's off the rail.
Do you remember when I got ripped off by a cop? I was driving a Murata cab.
Yeah. We were broke.
We were in New York. This was like
we were
right
young. We were really young.
right before I
Kids.
started doing magazines. So I guess I was like 22 or 23. So I was trying to pick up some extra bucks at night running cabs. So I was driving a Dodge St. Regis, and so in New York you had like car service, right? Like not even gypsy cars, but just car service. Right? You call up a cab and they'd send a car to your house, and so radio dispatch. So you had to have at the time, you had to have a taxi or limousine commission plate, and the car that I was driving didn't have one. So I was like, fine now, I just don't care. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any difference to me. I'm just going to make these runs. So I had about $580, whatever the hell it was. It was like over $500 in my pocket. And
From working.
what's that?
From working.
You're working.
No, I said from working.
Yeah, from working, right.
From driving.
Yeah, the take for the night so far. So cop pulls me over, right? And because I didn't have a livery plate on the car. Cop pulls me over, and I had the radio. I turned the radio off, right? So there's nothing coming through. And one thing led to another. They cuffed me and they put me in their car. So while they cuffed me and they put me in their car, I had before I knew something was going to happen. I figured they're going to take me away. So I had this wad of cash in my pocket. So I shoved it in the seat cushion. Cop comes back like 5 minutes later or so. He says, "Go ahead, you can go." Right? I says, "You sure?" He says, "Yeah, just go ahead, bye, good night, have a great night." No problem. So I go, I get in the car, start it up. This is my cash. I go, look, the cop stole my cash. They took the $580 or whatever it was, and I just okay, good. See you guys.
That really hurt.
That
I
hurt.
think I was pregnant at the time.
Yeah, that was.
We were young.
Yeah, and that was in a Dodge St. Regis. That's New York City cops for you.
They're not all like that. Your brother says, "You can't block me. Remember who my son is, and you're going to need him to get back online." This is gonna hack us. Should family members hack other family members? Probably not, right? Or threaten hacking? Did you work for Staten Cabs?
No, Gigante in Great Hills, and what was the one in Apple
Apple.
cars? Apple in
That was scary.
where were they? Oh yeah, especially I was driving the car the next.
Somebody got killed.
Yeah, I ended up with this car. It was oddly enough, it was a '72 Coronet. It was the oldest car in the fleet. It was a 318. It was a bottle rocket, right? And but it was painted tan. And it was the gas mileage car of the fleet. It got stupid gas mileage, and I got that car. People used to fight over that car, but they wanted that car for for their shift. It was a 12-hour night shift, and I finally ended up getting the car, but only after the driver the night before got shot in it, and then nobody wanted it anymore.
It's not funny. I remember when that happened. That was terrible.
There was still blood stains in the thing.
That was terrible. Apple and Rosebank. Apple and Rosebank.
Was it Rosebank?
It was.
No, we were on right off of Victory. Oh no, was it Victory? Victory and Jewett.
Richmond Terrace.
No, it was Richmond
No.
Terrace. No, we were right off of. Oh, God, this is 40 years ago. We were right off of Victory and Jewett. I think.
You were always in the bad neighborhoods.
I was always they always sent me in through the bad neighborhoods. I had the ghetto run, the ghetto jet from Park Hill to what was the other one? It was Park Hill.
I don't remember.
Yeah, see, it's escaping me now. It's such a long time ago.
Let's see. West Coast Bottle Rocket is cool. Oh, okay. Aries. Brother Ari found Bottle Rocket Twin for real, Zero says.
Did he?
Yeah.
Go buy it. Those cars are great.
William says Richmond Terrace was Staten Cabs.
Yeah, there was so many. There was D-Joys, and there were so many car services out there. Car service was big in the '70s.
There were a lot of them.
Yeah.
Have you made up with Dan and Danny?
Never, never. It's a lifelong vendetta, and there's just no way I can ever let it slide. It's that simple.
Hello, Mike N. Hello, Dakota. Dakota's happy to see you all. Your brother's not giving up. Oh my goodness. Okay. Everyone's talking to Dakota. Did you say hi to Dakota to me?
Hello, Dakota.
I was a mechanic at Village Car Service, William says. Village. I remember Village.
Village was.
I think I used to take Village.
I drove for Village.
No, I don't think you ever drove for Village. You drove for Apple.
Wait, which was the one in Eltingville?
I don't know. I used to call Village. We were Mid Island.
Where was Village's home
Was
base?
it Mid Island a car service too?
Mid Island was the one that was in Eltingville.
Okay.
Okay, and Gigante was the one that was in Great Kills. Although no, wait, did they change the name of Gigante after Buffalo Joe left to Village?
No.
It was always Gigante.
I think it was always Gigante. That wasn't Village.
Well, ask them where Village Cars was, because
You can Google it. Like you have a computer right behind you.
I'm sure it's gone now. It's about 40 years ago.
Right, but it would come up. Village was on Travis Avenue. Right.
Oh, right.
Because I would take that to go to my job at the mall.
Right.
When I was like 17.
Okay.
Yeah, they used to have the phones at the mall, and they had Village. It was like a direct line to Village.
Right.
I used Village a bunch in '82.
It's such a small world, right?
Yeah, right. UTG, you want to move house and shop? Do you want to move the house and the shop?
Not together, but yes. In the not too distant future, we definitely need to move the shop closer to the house, and the house to an area just a tad less congested.
A tad?
Tad.
A small amount?
A small amount.
Okay. This sounds like a lot of work to me.
Relax. I got it covered.
Okay. Pesto 360 says, would you consider a flood damaged Hellcat but go backwards, put a junkyard 440 in it?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I mean, I would. Well, now you're still going to have a nightmare worth of interior electronics that you're going to have to deal with. You know, but then again, if you're going to go retro, you could literally gut the car as far as electronics go, and just run like a painless kit and run everything off of that. Which I'm telling you is going to be the biggest trend in coming years. That's going to be the thing, is to gut the modern cars of all of their electronics and plug in analog engines and transmissions and standalone wiring harnesses to run headlights, taillights, charging system, and everything else that you need. That is going to be the big hot rod wave of the future.
You think so?
I absolutely know so. I will guarantee it. I put money on it.
Cripple Crab 92 says, your opinion on track hawks.
I don't really have one.
Paul Capizzola says, come to Vermont.
No, it's way too cold up there.
William Kavanaugh says, as a car service mechanic, you learn how to do high quality rig ups.
You certainly do.
Let's see. Chris says, we don't want a car that someone died in, but we'll go across the car show and look with excitement at the car with bullet holes. We're the famous fighters. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, no, You have the best maple syrup on earth. Yes, you do, Paul.
You do, and we love going to the store and buying it here in the warmth.
So Roosters and Resto says, so Minnesota is out of the question.
Anything north of where we are is out of the question.
Minnesota. Did I say it?
Minnesota. Oh, God. No, I never want to be cold again. I never ever want to be cold. I never want to have to wear a jacket again.
I like jackets for the fashion season.
I don't even like them.
Yeah, I do. I like
no.
those. Let's see. Have you ever built a 66 Valiant?
Specifically, is 66 Valiant? No, but I mean, God, early A-bodies, yeah, plenty. Valiants in general, plenty.
Tony, ever seen a factory fit Ford top loader in a Dodge Dart before? As per mine, it's Mexican though.
No, never heard of that. I can't imagine what bell housing they would use. The bolt patterns aren't even close to.
Please don't ever change the essence of your show. Please keep it Tony, in quotation marks.
Why would I change?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's saying like.
Well, unlike a lot of very popular YouTubers, I don't play a character. I'm me. You know what I mean? So there's no chance of me changing. What? She's going like this.
I'm just joking.
I don't play a character. I am me. You know what I mean? So no, there's no chance of it ever changing. You know, and I'm so old and set in my ways that there's no way that my ways are going to change at this point. So I wouldn't worry about it. We'll stay who we are.
Just Tony.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see.
I wonder if we can lip read Patara.
Probably not. Do you guys watch Appalachia's Homestead with Patara? Probably not. Tony, you are a character. That's not much.
I've been called a lot worse than that.
You're your own character. Let's see. Tonight at UTG Live, Tony will be playing the part of Tony. Yeah. Right. This is why everybody hates us.
Hey, listen, we're doing this. This is our 5th year doing this, and okay, yeah, our early videos were definitely rough, and I definitely was not comfortable with the camera, and I'm still not, but I'm a lot more comfortable than I was then. So our early videos, yeah, they're very, very cringe, but they haven't changed. I mean, I do the same type of stuff. I have the same attitude, the same everything. We haven't changed.
Did you tell him about our T-shirt for the power tour? No, you didn't.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. I guess that's to make that, right?
Yes.
Okay. One more thing I'd like to do.
And we won't be selling them on the power tour.
No, we're not selling.
Right, we're not selling anything on the power tour. That's not going to happen. Okay. We're not bringing a chair. Nothing. Right. We're just going to walk
Are
around
we
and see
going
the
to give
cars.
away stickers? We have to order stickers if we're going to give away stickers because we don't have enough.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but no,
Running
we'll
out.
we'll be selling a power tour shirt.
After the power tour?
No, before the power tour. Leading up to and during the power tour.
Oh wait, when am I doing this?
Well, you're the one who just brought it up.
Oh yeah, I know. I guess I have to do it like this week. Pesto says, please don't ever stop. It's so authentic. I can come here and hang out with the boys while being home, being a family guy. That's very cool. You're not towing a U-Haul trailer packed with your merch? No.
No.
We're not selling any merch.
Yeah, we're not selling any merch. We're not even parking in the event.
Where are we parking?
We'll be parking wherever the spectator parking is, and we'll be walking around like everybody else.
We're going as spectators.
We're going as spectators. We chose the spectator package.
Which is no package at all.
Right.
Can everybody see the T-shirt that's coming up?
I want my long haul sticker.
Oh no! Don't make fun of me.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, don't make fun of people that want their long haul sticker. Oh my goodness. Charles Ehlert watches Patara. She's awesome, isn't she?
Isn't she? She's still on? Yes, she is.
Yeah, she's still on. They're so sweet, yes. He says, I commented to her that UTG talks about how they love your channel a few months ago, And she replied, "They are so sweet." Aw. Yeah, she's awesome. We will disguise ourselves as common peasants, Harry says. What's what we are?
We are.
Wait until you see the new shirt. It's a limited edition, right?
Mm.
Only like 50 of them?
Something like that.
Yeah. Can we get our Uncle Tony is a friend of mine? Zero says. Uncle Tony's a friend of mine. Sure.
We could do a limited one of those.
Yeah?
Sure. But you have to be qualified to buy it.
Oh no, how do you do that?
You have to prove that you know me.
Oh,
Never actually friends.
oh no. You're not friends with anybody.
Well, I'm friends with those guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, how you doing, Leonardo? Miguel says.
What's happening?
What's up? How long you been turning a wrench, Tony?
I mean, define turning a wrench, because we were talking about this on last week's live, where like I was like 9 or 10 years old and I used to go hang out at the mechanic across the street's house and help him. So, but full time, you know, like at what point did I actually become a mechanic? Right before I got thrown out of school. So I was like 15, 16, and we were fixing the teachers' cars. About that long. So 45, 46, 47 years.
Your brother says he knows you. Let's see. Everyone has an Uncle Tony or Bob or Mike.
Hmm?
And I can't get a word in, your brother says. He's ignoring you right now, James. Are you going to Carlisle this year?
No.
No. Peter Kovac says, how about shirts signed by the cars? Roll over the ink and then the shirt. Oh.
Yeah,
That sounds messy.
I don't like to do that. I know a lot of people, other people, they love to put their cars all over shirts and stuff like that, and I don't.
No, he says run over them with the cars. Like put ink on the tire and run over the t-shirts.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
So we don't make shirts with cars on them.
No,
It's a thing.
no. We do shirt. We sell shirts that have their own value, that have their own. They make a statement on their own, without being shamelessly self-promoting. Like the one I'm wearing now. What am I wearing right now?
I hate cars.
Ah, yeah. That's my favorite one. I actually, honestly, that's my favorite shirt.
Oh my goodness.
No, we do not do shameless self-promotion on shirts.
I still need one of those shirts for work. I'm sorry, Ari. Yes, I have to make those and ship them.
Okay, get them out.
I know. I'm a bad person. Like I really like just forget everything all the time. I want a Bottle Rocket signature, Peter Kovac says.
Well, you'll have to ask Bottle Rocket. I can't talk for the car.
How about trucker hats for the summer? We just ordered new hats.
Yeah, we
Like
just
not
stick with the
trucker.
one style of dad hat. It's easy. You know, it's. I don't like trucker hats myself.
Other people do though.
Yeah, I get it, but we keep it simple. You know, we just order one style of hat and then.
I wish I could help make the wheels turn over there. My overcard and undercrewed family could use a shop monkey, Ari says.
Huh.
I'll get you a I'm friends with Kiwi Kev shirt. Kiwi says.
When are you put? Well, you got to get your merch out, bro. It's time for you to start moving some of that Kiwi stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And for you guys who don't know, Kiwi and I, we're doing a regular Q&A show every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. So we're going to try to keep it mostly technical. Like the Sunday night one here, we try to make it just like a bullshit session, so we just all get together and bench race or hang out. And then on the Thursday night shows, we're trying to keep that to be like real like Q&A. So lots of people have lots of questions and stuff, and that's the time we want to do that. So it's every Thursday night at 7 o'clock Central Time.
Charles Eaglet wants to know, Tony, how did you learn to be such a good writer and have such a great command of English? Did you read a lot?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was so obsessed with cars and trains when I was a kid, when I was like 4, 5, 6 years old, that I forced myself to learn how to read so that I knew what it said in the words under the picture. You know what I mean? So I taught myself how to read using car magazines.
And train books.
And train books and
you
stuff.
You have a lot of weird train knowledge.
Yeah, like I used to love going to the library when I was a kid. I hated going to gym. I hated that with a passion. But I loved going to the library, and I could just sit there for the whole day and just, geek out over. So yeah.
See, Roma says, Tony, I need to get the I Hate Cars t-shirt for when I'm driving my pickup. My truck identifies as a 70 Dodge Challenger 346 pack. See. Guten Morgen, Leonardo Miguel says. My dad still sets his line out every winter and adds to the track, John Skyver says. Nice. Where did your trains go? Did you leave them at your mother's in New York?
Yeah.
At your parents' house?
Yeah.
Didn't we have some of them at the house when we moved?
Sweetheart, I don't know. It's been such a long time.
And you like get rid of those?
Yeah, I just don't have time or inclination for that sort of thing.
Yeah. Let's see. They're talking to each other. Okay. Alright, tech question. Replaced Borg and Beck pressure plate with diaphragm style. Removes over center. It's jumping on me.
Over
Sorry,
center
spring. Do I need a spring to keep clutch pedal up? 71 Roadrunner with 383 air grabber 4-speed. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know why you would replace the B&B with a diaphragm. That's a step backwards. I've never in my life gone from it's always the other way around. You start with a diaphragm and then you put a 3-finger in. Taking the over center spring off is a good idea, but the pedal's going to bounce on you. So yeah, a light spring. You're going to have to figure out some way to route it under there, but a light spring to keep the pedal from bouncing around is a good idea.
Are you on Twitter, Uncle Tony?
I am not.
Well, you signed up.
Oh yeah, I signed up, but I never used it.
You were on Twitter for like 2 days.
Right, it's like Facebook. I'm on Facebook, but I haven't posted on Facebook in like 3 years.
Yeah. Your brother says, sure, you can make announcements, and I have to tiptoe around.
What was that?
Your brother says,
Yeah.
Sure, you can make announcements, and I have to tiptoe around.
What announcements did I make?
I don't know. What announcement did you make? I'm not sure. I have no idea. We don't need to make any announcements.
There's nothing to announce.
No. Facebook is lame. Yeah, it is.
It's toxic. It's a cancer.
It's not as bad as Twitter.
It's all bad. All social media
I
is
just
bad.
got rid of my Twitter.
All social media is bad.
Ari says I was able to get my 6-cylinder running again.
Congrats.
Papillon Cycle says I'd be crazy if I didn't say it. I used to love bikes for 30 years, but after the last 3, I hate bikes. For some reason, now that bikes are super popular, young people don't believe they need repair.
Young people, what was that last
Don't
name?
believe they need repair. Young people don't believe they need repair.
Oh, bikes.
Bikes.
Well, there are a lot less maintenance. I mean, there's a lot less maintenance on a modern motorcycle than on the stuff that we grew up with. But yeah, I can see.
Does he mean bikes or bicycles?
Bikes.
Okay. social media in general is bad?
It is.
That's our job, though.
Well, our job is to make videos.
This is social media.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. We do this with the goal of providing a value, right? And not everybody does that.
A lot of people do.
Not everybody, though. You know, people don't make
Well,
Facebook posts
different
trying to
values.
provide value.
Oh, no, that's different.
Right. People don't make Twitter posts trying to provide value.
Sometimes they do. There are some people that do.
They're few and far between. They're few and far between.
It's just too political.
Yeah. With the bots and the, yeah, it's all nonsense. Instagram and we stay away from all that stuff.
Actually, like, I can't stand Instagram more than anything.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. There's something about it I just like. I don't like it.
We keep things as simple and as focused as we possibly can. There's some people who are all over every type of social media there is. You know, they're posting constantly on Instagram and it just always, there's always stuff going on. And we're the exact opposite. We try to focus. We make videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we put 100% of our effort into making videos and just let everything else.
I think that hurts our channel.
It's gonna be-
I think
It
if
probably
we
does
worked-
hurt our channel.
If we worked Instagram and we worked Facebook more, I think that we would definitely have more subs
I'm not that.
and more views.
Well,
But-
this sub number is a
and more
vanity
merch
number.
sales, but we don't do it. It's like we'll take that hit.
We'll take that hit.
We'll take that hit.
We'll take the hit.
To have some sort of like regular life
Focus.
focus. Yeah. You brother, I do this to watch you squirm. Tiger 707, what is Tony's opinion of Datsuns?
There's a 75 Z car.
Is Patera still on? She's still on.
Yeah, Patara's still on. Patara's always on. Hang on.
Good, let's watch her ads. So she makes lots of money.
Come on, where is
She's a
this?
national treasure, Patera. At Appalachia's Homestead.
Come on, I just saw this.
I saw it too.
Where is it? Uh-oh, it's gone.
Well, no, it's just showing you different stuff. Search it. If you search it, it'll probably come up. Because that's just the new listing. When was the last time you fed the dogs cheese? Actually, Tony did today. Poppy is not doing very well. So we're trying to get her to eat. We're feeding her everything that she might have an
Yeah.
appetite for.
It's gone.
They sold it?
Yeah. There was a 75 Z car.
Yeah.
And, oh man, it's gone. I actually gave it some serious thought. They wanted $4,000 for it. It's sitting in a barn. It was complete. It even had like old school slots on it and stuff. And
Oh, yeah?
yeah, they wanted like $4,000 for this thing.
Hmm.
It's gone. It's gone. But I was actually seriously giving it some consideration. Wow.
Sold in a day?
This is 73 for $500.
Yeah. That's
Oh, wow.
your ticket, Tony.
Oh wow.
Oh, Tony likes Datsuns.
I do. Oh, this thing's a real roach.
Yeah.
Oh. It looks like it's been on fire a couple of times. Okay, forget about that. No $500 Z car.
Running out of content can be a challenge. Love your stuff, UTG.
Thank you.
We're not running out of content.
We ran out of content in September 2021. And yeah, we've been bluffing it ever since. You know what I mean? And you guys are falling for it. It's the craziest thing.
Oh God, Datsun 510. You should be able to find one of those for cheap.
No, I don't want a 510. I want a Z car.
Yeah.
240. First, the original incarnation of anything is usually the best, and that's what I'd be looking for.
You should sell the trucker hats that say "I hate trucker hats." You could do that.
We could do that.
Ari says I want to mess with one of those Datsun inline sixes.
They're so sweet, man. They ran so nice. Yeah, they weren't crazy powerhouses. You know, you weren't gonna rip your fucking head off when you hit the gas, but they're just sweet, fun cars.
510s are not cheap anymore, Kathy. Okay.
Well,
Did I say that they were cheap?
you know, I don't know.
Okay. Will wrench for 240Z in quotation marks. 449 six pack or Hemi? Why? What's more dependable for power? Forget value?
446 pack. All that.
440. A lot of things aren't cheap anymore. Nope. Do you miss the Miata?
No, not even a little bit.
Right?
Not even a little bit. The fun of that car was building it. And then after it was done and ran it around a parking lot, I was like, yeah, no, just no. And it just, I thought I would be into it. It's one of those things where, you know, you ever get like that? Where it's like, oh, I want that. You get it, and it's like, why did I want this? That's how it was with the Miata. It was something I really thought I wanted. I think I was more in love with the idea of it than the actual product. So when all was said and done and I had the actual product, it didn't do anything for me, so it's gone.
I think it's funny to see you comparing to DD Speed Shop some days.
What are we doing?
You and DD Speed Shop,
Oh.
back and forth. Datsuns are awesome projects. Let's see.
Well, the reason I liked that particular car, because it really wasn't a project. It had patina, and I would have just left the patina alone. The interior was there, the original drivetrain was there. It was just a matter of getting it running, and I don't really consider getting something running and driving to be a project. So no, I would definitely not be interested in a project, a Z-car project. But if I found one that was, yeah, like a barn find that I could just spend a couple of days and just screw it around and get it running, yeah, I would definitely go for that.
No, you wouldn't. Would you?
I'm telling you, I looked at that one and I was like, yeah, I was really on the fence about it.
I know we had one a long time ago.
Two of them.
Yeah. What happened to Steve Magnani?
Alien abduction.
He's busy. Let's see. There's going to be a dachshund living in my house from August. Dachshund?
Wait, I think hang on, we're gonna have to king chicken on here.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, we need something in the background.
Oh. Steve is in a barn now. Dodge Boy 5150. Fuel pressure regulator question.
Okay.
Can you make a deadhead style regulator with two outlets work in a bypass style with a restriction in one outlet return to tank?
Say it one more time?
You make you read that again, right?
Yeah.
Can you make a deadhead style regulator with two outlets work in a bypass style with a restriction in one outlet return to tank?
Yes. It's done all the time.
Yes.
Okay.
You can tell them how to do it.
What's that?
You can tell them how to do it.
One side of the regulator goes to the fuel feed on the carburetor, and the other side of the regulator goes to your restriction back to the tank. And then you just set it to the pressure that the carburetor is going to take. I don't understand how.
Let's see. Tony makes creatively entertaining documentaries.
Documentary.
Maybe.
Well, thank you. I mean, yeah.
Beware the Z-car rabbit hole.
Oh.
What is it? What's the matter?
Oh, I want to know what he's playing. I gotta turn the volume off for a second.
We're gonna get a copyright strike. Okay.
Wait, you know what? I don't care if we get a copyright strike.
No. No. I have a super chat here for you.
Oh, okay.
$10 from one cone.
Thank you.
383 standard board just needs honing. Stock dish. 346 head, 0 deck, and mill the head. Can I get decent compression, say 10-1, or will I change geometry too much for manifold? Or plan on new pistons?
All right, one more time.
383 standard board just needs honing. Stock dish.
Oh, dish pistons.
Yeah.
Okay.
346 heads, 0 deck, and mill the head. Can I get decent compression, say 10-1, or will I change geometry too much for manifold?
So you want a zero?
Or plan on new pistons?
You're gonna end up. Well, I mean, you're taking a significant amount to get 0 deck on a dish piston. Oh no, you're not. You're gonna end up, if you use a steel shim head gasket with that open chamber head, you're gonna end up, I mean, ballpark, right? I can only go ballpark, about 9-1. I mean, how much compression do you really want? You'll be fine there. Just let the thing breathe. What?
Nothing. What? I was reading comments.
I would say for that combination, if you can find a set of 516 heads, don't even worry about the 915s, right? You know, the 67 440s. But if you can find a set of the closed chamber 915s, that would put you, or 516s rather, that would put you exactly where you want to be. And those, even if it's 3D3, that 1.6 exhaust valve is just fine. Don't worry about the 174 that you get with the larger, you know, with the later heads, like the 904s and the 906s rather. If you can find a set of 516 heads, I would work with those, with the stock size valves, with that combination you have there, and you'll end up in that 10-1 range.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Papillon Cycle says, I foresee a lot of really ragged out cars, etc., because people are holding off on maintenance because of cost.
Yeah.
Will the parts be available?
Oh, I don't think. I think we're going to run into parts shortages very soon, like really severe parts shortages very soon, just based on current geopolitical things that are going on. Geoeconomic, political things that are going on.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Anything coming into this country is going to get very expensive and very scarce in a short period of time.
Your repair job on the Charger 66 Dodge move update video be cool in paint.
Yes.
Yes. He says yes. What's up with Mission Impossible?
Well, we talked about that before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Tony doesn't know.
I just don't know.
This isn't TV, folks.
Yeah, this is the real life. This is real
life.
world. I just don't know.
Like really, I turn on a camera and I point it, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no production here. Let's see. You're saying, I mean, Tony, I can't get parts for bicycles for 3 years. Now part numbers are gone. Capital Gone.
Yeah. No. We're collectively as a society, we're in for a very, very rude awakening. And it's not something I'm predicting that's going to happen. It's in the process of happening right now. You know, like a I can explain to you. You can't take a global empire, right? You know, you can't take a global empire that's been running the planet, you know, for the last 50, 60 years, okay? Well, really since World War II, but really stranglehold controlling the planet since 1973. You can't cut that off just like a light switch, but it's happening to us now. You know, you've got all this stuff that's happening with the BRICS nations. You've got the fact that they're all rejecting the dollar. The dollar is losing its reserve currency status now. It's not going to happen. It's in the process of happening. And when that happens, anything that comes into this country, anything that's going to come into this country is going to get more expensive than you can wrap your head around. If it's available at all.
Oh, parts, yeah.
Yeah.
What's next to the ashtray? It looks like a harpoon.
Oh, it's a selfie stick. What to go for? Oh, I'm a YouTuber.
You actually tell people you're a YouTuber?
You know what the hell am I?
James Halloran. I can't read this.
What did he say? What did he say?
No, I can't read it. I can't read
Yeah,
it.
you can.
No, I can't read
Well, what's it about?
it. Don't worry.
No, now you see, you said it. And now everybody else can see it, but I can't see it. I'm the only one out of the loop.
It was just, it struck me as funny. But he mentions Dulcich. So.
Dulcich?
Yeah.
What about him?
What's larger in cubic inch, a 426 Hemi or Dulcich's veneers?
The Dulcich is weird?
Veneers.
Oh, jeez.
That's mean.
Don't
It's
make fun
mean.
of him.
Yeah, that's mean. It was just funny
Yeah.
though.
There's lots of stuff you can make fun of with him, but don't make fun of his choppers.
Sometimes as I'm reading comments, things like that will jump out at me, and I just I can't help but laugh.
Yeah, but you have to realize, right? If I ask you what it is,
Yeah, I know,
I'm
I
not
have
going to
to
say
tell
it.
you.
But literally every single person in the chat has already seen it, and I'm the only one who's out of the loop.
Oh my goodness. Your brother, is that a pinata stick?
Yes.
Too much.
Yeah, excuse me.
So Papillon Cycle says, oh well, I appreciate the real fixed stuff, guys. Oh my goodness. I appreciate the real fixed stuff that you guys do. It makes me feel good. New York humor, James. Yeah. Half-inch holes. Sends you $10.
Thank you.
I don't see a question though. That is New York humor.
What is?
New Yorkers kind of have a different sense of humor sometimes.
It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Any options on the Weber 8 stacks? Closest thing to fuel injection?
Very close to fuel injection, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the question he paid the super chat for.
Oh. What was it?
Oh, any options on Weber 8 stacks?
Options?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you mean
sorry,
opinions.
opinions. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Closest thing to fuel injection? Question mark. Sorry, I misread it.
It's as it's as close to stack mechanical injection as you're going to get. That said, you could have in stack EFI also, like that's on that Boss 600 that we featured the other day over at Kiwis. But yeah, no, they're good. But I don't have any personal experience. I mean, I've worked on Weber carburetors here and there, but nothing of any hot rodding or race car performance significance. Just regular cars that happen to have a Weber carburetor. So I'm not unfamiliar with them, but they fall under the realm of exotic, and so we don't really work with them on this channel.
You can leave New York, but New York will never leave you.
Yeah, you can take a New Yorker out of the city, but you can't take the trauma out of the New Yorker. See, because you're damaged for life. You're just damaged for life.
And New York definitely has its own sense of humor. Not upstate. That's different. Don't worry if you're out of the loop. If you like, I can share a secret with you and everybody watching. That's your brother.
Now, if somebody ban him.
James, stop.
I want to know what. Okay. I want king chicken.
Oh my goodness. Uncle Tony,
Yes.
thank you so much for what you do. Just bought my first classic 68 Roadrunner. You are honestly teaching me as I go. That's Zach Chapel.
Congratulations. Good luck with the car.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Awesome car. Let's see. Tony, which car are you most curious to learn about?
My problem is I'm really old. I've been around the block many times. So anything that I was curious about at any point in my life, I've already satisfied that curiosity. So I can't really, there's no real answer to that.
Okay. What's your favorite Mopar? One wish, ultimate car if you had no limits.
I don't have one. If I don't have one. If there was one, I would have it. I don't have a favorite. It changes from day to day, from hour to hour, from, in the morning I like this kind of car, at night I like that kind of car. But classic era Mopars were all equal to me. And I tell people all the time, and they don't understand it, they don't get it, Some people do. Some people understand. But when it comes to those classic era Mopars, like, to me, personally, there's no difference between a Slant 6 Valiant and a Hemi Superbird. They're exactly the same to me. So, because I see the merits of each, you know what I mean? And they cancel each other out. They're two different things. So it's like one doesn't really, I don't have favor from one to the other. So I have no favorite. There is no dream car or anything like that. If there was one specific car, I would have two. If there was a specific car that I really wanted, I'd have two of them, and I don't. So.
See, Roma says define upstate/downstate. I'm in between.
That's upstate.
In between is upstate.
Yeah. Upstate is anything past the Yonkers.
Anything past Yonkers.
Anything past Yonkers.
Funny. Let's see. If we don't get it, explain it. One car for Tony, only one. Boom. Let's see. Uncle Tony, would you like to find a Kaiser Darren or a Henry J?
They don't do anything for me.
No.
They don't do anything for me.
Uncle Fatty has a question.
Yes.
How about them new Edelbrock carbs? I put one on a 1-ton square body SB350 with performer manifold. Needed some daily tweaking during the cold winters of North Idaho.
Okay.
You demand. Let's see. Do you fall victim to the thought of, while I'm in here, I might as well replace this and that, making a couple-hour job become a multiple-year project?
I'm the opposite. I'm the
Yeah,
opposite.
you're minimalist.
I'm a minimalist. I'm one of those people that when
What's
I
the
get,
least it can take?
what's the least I could do to get this thing running, right? What's the very least I could do? And like what you just said there is like, you know, while I'm in here, and it's on the opposite. It's like while I'm in here, oh, I better not look there because I'll see a problem.
And I gotta get out of here.
And I gotta get out of here. So no, I mean, maybe when I was younger, yes, right? When I was younger, yes. But as I've gotten older, I realized just no. Let me tell you something, and younger guys aren't going to understand, right? There's a certain amount of freedom and that comes with old age, okay? Because when you're young, when you build a car, when you got something like, let's say you're in your 20s, right, or your 30s, and you're doing a project, and it's like, I love this car, and I want to keep this car forever, and I'm going to make it everything on this car as perfect as I can possibly make it, so that I can have it forever, and it'll live forever, and it'll be okay. Then you get to my age, all right, and when you're at my age, and you're working on one of your projects, you're like, this is going to outlive me. I am not going to live long enough to wear this part out. And like there's like a freedom, like a liberation that comes with it, where it's just like you just don't care. Like when you're younger, it's like, you know, this body work has to be great. It's got to be all metal. I'm gonna fill all the seams. I'm gonna you know, seal all of this. I'm gonna prime etch, and then you get to my age and it's like, slam some Bondo in that thing, call it a day, send it down the freaking road. You know what I'm saying? Because just about everything that I'm working on now, even with substandard parts, is going to outlive me, and I just don't care.
Things that you think are important when you're really aren't important.
They just do not make any difference at all. You get to this age, and it's just like, the hell with it.
Yeah. GTI Warriors at $9.99.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kay, for everything you do behind the scenes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And he loves you too, Tony.
Thank you.
Franco says, Tony, your age is in my rearview mirror.
Oh, I know, bro. I know. But you know what I'm saying, right?
Good enough is enough, William Kavanaugh says. Yeah. What's today's new parts of junk? Let's see. Territory. Uncle Tony. In an apocalyptic scenario, what is worth the most and you would not barter? Carburetors, gold, ammo, or toilet paper?
We're currently in an apocalyptic scenario. You know, you may not realize it because
your carburetors.
yeah, you may not realize we're in a quote apocalyptic scenario, but we are, and have been for a while. So you're living it right now. So depending on where you are, you know, like if you're in a city, you know what I mean? Like let's say you live in San Francisco, right? You know, but you know, like ammo is an important thing to have, right? Self-defense is an important thing, right? Where if you live here in Middle Tennessee, it's like you don't even think about it because everybody's armed. So it's like, yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. It's just they just had just here in this town the other day. They had a break-in. Guy broke in. Two guys broke into the house, right? The owner of the house shot them both as they came through the door, right? The cops came, they swept up the bodies, they did whatever they had to do. They patted the guy on the back, and now he's like a town hero because, you know, he killed two of these, you know, people breaking into his house. Because different places have different, you know, ways of going about things. Whereas if you're in New York City, let's just say, and you defend yourself, you go to jail. So it's like you're in this whole apocalyptic scenario right now. You're living through it, and it's going to get really weird. So I would say carburetors are probably going to be the most useful thing because all of the electronics that we have that run our cars, everything that runs our cars, all comes from overseas. All of the overseas manufacturing countries are part of the BRICS alliance. And if you don't know what that is, look into it. BRICS, right? And the purpose of the BRICS alliance, the very reason it exists, is to dethrone the dollar as the world reserve currency. So these other countries are coming up with commodity-based currencies, a basket of commodity-based currencies. And at some point, they are going to say, no, you are not taking your dollar. It's just not going to happen. That point could be tonight. I mean, like literally, like it's got to that point now. We're at that stage of the game where literally tonight, before the sun comes up tomorrow morning, the BRICS nations could say, nope, you have to convert your dollar to this currency before you can do a transaction. In which case, our inflation rate just goes parabolic. So in that situation, things like gold, silver, and carburetors, anything that can be used and adapted to keep machinery running is going to be super important. Super important. Don't worry about oil. Don't worry about oil. We have more oil we have more oil in this country than they have in Saudi Arabia, than they have. We have enough oil in this country to keep us going at our current pace for 300 years. We just aren't drilling. We're not pumping it right now. It's all these bizarre, insane, crazy international like dealings that go back and forth that keep us a slave to this oil system. But we have enough oil here in this country to keep us going for 300 years without ever importing a drop. So don't give that a thought. There will always be oil. There will always be gas. There may be shortages. There may be price spikes. But don't worry about that. Parts to keep your stuff running, yes. Definitely worry about that. Definitely start worrying about that right now. Not a month from now, 6 months from now. Start covering your ass right now. And don't take my word for any of this.
And tomorrow we shall be on Rumble. And I guess some people agree, some people disagree.
Well, you can disagree, but you're
Yeah.
wrong.
Okay. Thumper says, Tony, also everyone here can make fuel for their vehicle.
It's not necessary, Thumper, although I know you make alcohol, and it's good that you make alcohol. And I'm not saying anything wrong with that. But we have the oil you can't keep the oil in the ground here in the States. Like if you just let it sit long enough, it comes up to the surface. We're loaded with this stuff.
You're bloated?
Loaded, we're loaded.
No, we're on for 2 hours now.
Go another couple minutes.
Thumper says, what if they don't let you have that oil?
What if who doesn't let you have that oil?
I don't know. Franco says, Tony, have you seen the advancements in hydrogen technology?
Yeah, I kind of keep tabs on it a little bit, but Franco, okay, you of all people, right? So it's ironic that you specifically asked that because, like, if you think about it, right, hydrogen technology is quite actually the polar opposite of nitro. Okay, like think about this, right? So nitro is all about duration of burn, and that's where the power comes from, right? And hydrogen is the like flash of burn, trying to capture as much of a quick flash as possible to drive a piston downward. Where nitro is just all about like, right now it's just gonna go, right? So that's the thing. Yeah, there's plenty of advancements. There's lots of technology, but it's overcomplication. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. That's the thing. It's necessary only because of political things that make hydrogen, EVs, all this other bullshit. That's all political. You know, the practical reality of life is that oil and gasoline, the way we've always used it, diesel and internal combustion, is fine, and that's ultimately what's going to win. Ultimately, that's what's going to win.
Thank you, Chevy V8. He's saying Happy Mother's Day
Yeah.
to us.
Yes.
Billy Bob Holcomb says we might need to start making a lot of parts from scratch. If you know enough to cut your own gaskets, you will probably be able to figure out the rest.
You're going to have about 3 years of having to tough it out in various situations. But ultimately what's going to happen is we're going to have to reindustrialize this country. And that's That is where that okay. So honestly, that's the golden age for our people. Okay, you know, for I'm going to do a whole video on this. I'm going to do a whole video on this. What's coming up once the current situations are finished devolving, okay, we're going to have to reindustrialize this country. And at that point, our people, car people, bike people, mechanics, tinkerers, carpenters, mechanics, plumbers, engineers, like, you know, people who work with things, you know, tangible things, not shuffle paper. Our golden age is coming, like real soon.
Let's see. Let's see, Zach Chapel. Speaking of carbs, I still have the original Carter on my Roadrunner. Should I rebuild it or maybe upgrade to something like an Edelbrock 750? How big a deal is it to add electric choke?
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I mean, there's not if you got an ABS on there, right? There's nothing wrong with that carburetor. If it's functioning fine, I mean, just leave it alone. You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
When are you gonna take Slaghammer out?
After not after Bottle Arcade, after Plan Z. So we're going out this week. I have a few things to do to Plan Z. We're going to do a video tomorrow, a follow up on the intake manifold heat thing that we were talking about. We're going to do a follow up on that. And this Saturday we're going to take it out to Buffalo Valley. This coming Saturday, and then after that we're going to cycle back to Slaghammer.
Franco says, Tony, did you know that there is no 4130 chromoly made in the USA?
I know it's been that way forever.
Come on, Weisenbach says, Tony, I want to use the 473 lift Howard's cam in my slant 6. Do I need to cut the valve guides? What kind of tool do I need?
No, you shouldn't. If the 470 left, you shouldn't have to. But if you do, you don't need any special tools at all. Just literally, just take an angle grinder and just level them down. You'll see. Okay, so if you look at the guide, you look at the top of the guide, you see it's tapered. Okay, so just take a grinder and just take the taper off. And if you just take the taper off, you've got enough there for 550, almost 600,000 left, and you'll be fine. You don't need any special tools for that.
Branding Slant 6 says, Tony, you were just being sarcastic, weren't you?
About what?
Tony, say it ain't so. I guess whatever you were just talking about.
No, man.
Somebody else has their tinfoil hat engaged.
I wish it was tinfoil hat stuff, guys. I honestly wish it was tinfoil hat, but it's not.
Mexican Spec says, I'm sorry, I tuned out. What was the rant about?
You catch it on the replay. No, I wish it was tinfoil hat stuff. It is not tinfoil hat stuff. The credit markets, the banking system, all of this stuff is literally tied in a knot. And you've got... The numbers are so big, it's not even... The banks are sitting on over $1 quadrillion in derivatives. Do you realize what a derivative is? Nothing. A derivative is a bet. That's all it is. A derivative is a bet. The banks are sitting on over American banks, U.S. banks are sitting on over $1 quadrillion of derivatives. Forget about $31 trillion debt. No. It's all coming apart literally right now.
Well, that's good news.
It is good news if you're positioned the right way.
Average U.S. credit rate, 21%.
Oh, yeah, please.
Did World War II ever finish?
No. World War II bled into World War III. World War III ended, it was an economic war. World War III ended with the Soviet Union. the fall of the Soviet Union. We're in World War IV now.
Mitten Made Muscle says, Tony, is he kidding? Foundry in California closed recently. Motor car casting Milwaukee closed. Kentucky Forge is foreign owned. It's over.
Yeah, no. It's, just, you'll see, and we'll be covering it on this channel.
This is not
as it
financial
happens.
advice. No.
No, it's not financial advice. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm reporting
Is it time
on.
to sell off some old cars, or is it better to be in those than cash? Not financial advice.
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
That's
we
a
don't
tough
know how
one.
things are gonna go.
If you need to raise capital, right? First off, I wouldn't. A lot of. Oh God, okay, I'm not going to get into it because now we're talking about financial advice. So I'm not going to give financial advice. But if you need to raise some capital, either to clear up some debts, put some hard assets in your name like properties and stuff like that, then yeah, sell off cars.
Well, it depends on how many cars you have.
Depends on I'm thinking it depends on how many cars you have.
If you have 10 cars, you could sell a couple and still have a lot of cars.
Yes.
If you only have one car, probably don't sell your car, right? Maybe, I don't know. This is not financial advice.
Right.
I don't know.
If I think like general advice would be like just if you're in or near one of the major old cities, meaning cities that, let's say, the economy is based on their commercial real estate, their office buildings and stuff like that, get out now. Like literally, just do whatever you have to do. Get out and get as far away from there as possible. Because the window of opportunity of being able, and the reason I say this is because the banks, doesn't matter what your credit rating is, it doesn't matter how good your job is.
This is not financial advice.
Well, this isn't financial advice.
Okay.
But the banks are tightening up. The banks do not want to lend money. So
They can't lend money.
What's that?
Not that they don't want to.
They can't lend money. They physically, literally cannot lend money. So they're tightening standards constantly. And forget about what you perceive your house being worth. It's only worth what somebody's able to pay for it. And that person who's able to pay for it, is only able to do it if a bank lends them money. And the banks are all in major contraction mode right now. So your window of opportunity to get away is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller every day. Like literally every day.
Mike Ken says, I'm here to find out if I need to swap my V-belt and pulleys for a serpentine belt, not for financial advice.
I like V-belts, man. I stick with V-belts. If the car was born with V-belts, I stick with V-belts. If the car was born with a SERP belt, I stick with a SERP belt. I don't change stuff like that.
Let's see. Thumper says, I'm hanging on to everything, parts, supplies, tools, equipment. I am debt-free and have room. That's good, Thumper. Jolly Rancher, Plan Z content, best Holly booster tests for cold atomization. That's
coming after, right? So first we're going to fix the issue that the car has now, and then we'll improve on it afterwards.
Mike N says, thanks a ton.
You're welcome.
V-belts for the win. Okay, so I think that we're good now. I think we're...
Are we?
Yeah, we're 2.5 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah.
And you went on your little financial rant.
It wasn't a little financial rant.
It was a little ranty.
It may have been. Am I wrong?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Personally?
Yeah.
My opinion?
Yeah.
Are you wrong? Overall, you're not necessarily wrong. I don't know if you're right about specifics.
Okay.
But
which specifics?
Like, I mean, future events or how things will play out exactly. I don't think there are any real ways to say, well, this will happen and that will happen, because you really can't tell. It's all kind of up in the air.
Yeah, I'm extrapolating situations. You know, situations set up because there's a motivation. You'll never have a situation or a setup or a quote conspiracy. And conspiracy is just people working in concert with each other without a motive. And it appears to me that the motive of all of these countries getting together and forming commodity-based currencies is to get away from the fiat dollar.
A part of me says yes, that's what it appears to be. But I'm a very suspicious person, so I always think, well, that's something else.
You are highly suspicious.
Yeah, I don't trust anything anybody does. I really don't.
Let's call it a night.
Thanks, Franco.
All right, guys, everybody consider super chat. Thank you so much, greatly appreciated. Ari, Fubar Zero are fantastic mods. Thank you as always. And everybody hung out and just contributed your presence and conversation. Thank you also. Everybody's greatly appreciated here. We'll be live on Thursday night, 7 o'clock Central Time with Kiwi. So we'll do a couple hours question and answer on Thursday nights. And I think that's it, right? I can't talk anymore. I'm all talked out.
All right.
Yes.
So tomorrow is Silent Monday.
Silent Monday starts now as soon as we're done with.
Okay.
All right. So that's
Bye,
it.
everybody.
Make it go away. Make
All
it
right.
stop.
Have a great night. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us.